What the
Hello? Hello? What the
In the quiet places where nature should be predictable, campers, who found themselves face to face with something that wasn't. 7 campers who witnessed something beyond human. An eerie late-night drive turned into a nightmare with no way out. On December 17, 2008, 4 17-year-old boys from Stevenage, Hertfordshire vanished during what should have been a simple nighttime cruise. By morning, their car was found abandoned at a derelict farm 10 miles from home. The farm was believed to be empty, but investigators quickly discovered fresh signs of someone living there. Then they found something even more disturbing: a small handheld camera belonging to one of the boys. With their family's permission, the unedited footage was released in hopes someone, anyone, could help explain what happened.
It doesn't actually take many, except I can't move to the left. Just wait till we're look at the car, pull it to the left. Oh, this is a dead end. Oh no! Oh, my coke spilled oh, my lap. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, that's
no skeleton. Brimhall Farm was in the news. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Have you ever seen this article? It gives me the so badly.
I don't think we should be here. It's like a private road or something.
Okay,
so I better clutch down and roll backwards.
It's nearly 4:30. We need to get home, like.
Wait, no, Ollie, wait. This is traffic. Do you want to just try and turn around this bit? Can we please agree that we don't ever go back to this archway? Okay, yes. Agreed. This is what nothing. That's full beams.
The video starts innocently. The boys laugh, talk, and drive out toward the rural outskirts of Hertfordshire. Rain taps the windshield, the road turns narrow, and soon they reach a small, rusted sign marking a tunnel. What happens after that point only grows stranger. On the other side of the tunnel, they pass a sign reading Bennington Wotton. Nothing unusual. But when they pass the same sign again, and then again, the laughter turns to nervous silence. The road loops, the trees close in, and the boys realize they're trapped in a place that shouldn't exist.
Penance? What is it? Bennington again. Oh. What?
Nah, if it was.
No.
Oh my god.
I know.
Wait, stop. No.
Yeah, no, we just got in a little circle, so we didn't. Bennington's in the middle. That's all it is. Bennington is to the.
We've been going in a straight line.
No, we haven't. It's been left. I swear, absolutely swear. We didn't take any turns. No, it doesn't matter. The road is curved. Relax, man.
No, it's.
Do you want to go to Bennington to prove it? Do we turn
Stop
around?
saying man. It's like.
Why not?
Oh, I can't. No, I'm turning the camera off.
No, I swear.
Oh.
Is it here?
What's that building? Jesus.
It's like a prison. It's a plan.
I think the only thing we can do is keep driving until in a straight line and not take any corners until we end up somewhere. Must have been going for about 2.5 hours now, maybe 3, and I had no idea what time it is. And it's winter, so the sun doesn't come up till like 8.
Don't go to the Wicker Man town.
Can you stop talking about the Wicker Man? We're in the middle of the country. There's gonna be pagans running after us. Wait. What sign is this?
No, stop.
Stop.
Not right in the middle.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're a bunch of twats.
No.
Steve, I fell asleep. You've just driven past it again.
No, we're not.
That's horrible. Hazards.
Stop doing it the back of my chair. It's so annoying. I'm checking that sign. It cannot be the same. Just go. I don't want to stay here. But Chris, stop. Ollie, I don't want to drive down this road anymore. We've done it 3 times and we haven't got anywhere. Okay, should we try that way then? Let's try and go towards Wotton. You put the radio on.
Outside the car, one of them sees something. Someone in the distance. A figure wearing a mask, standing unnaturally still in the darkness. Panic erupts. They pile back into the vehicle and try to escape, but the road no longer leads anywhere recognizable. Just when it seems like they've escaped the loop, the headlights flick back on, and the tunnel is in front of them once more, as if the road itself reset.
Just don't sit here. I don't want to sit.
James?
Point the camera at me.
James, just give me the...
What are you doing? Turn it back on.
It's not me. I can't...
Turn the bloody lights on! What? No! Turn... What are you turning?
And that's when the masked figure appears. The camera captures chaos, screams, metal scraping, car doors forced open, 2 boys killed outside the vehicle. The driver, Stephen, beaten to death with his own camera, the same one recording their final moments. 2 days later, police found the car exactly as shown in the footage. No masked man, no clear answers. The case remains unsolved, and the footage continues to haunt investigators to this day, looping endlessly, just like the road those boys never escaped. 3 friends had no idea that on this night they would become the targets of a horrifying attack, right in the middle of a forest where no one could hear them scream. This chilling encounter unfolded in Belgium, where YouTuber Chiaz and 2 friends set out to explore an abandoned campsite hidden deep within the woods. But even before reaching the location, something felt wrong. On December 29, 2023, the group arrived at the forest's edge, eager to film their next urban exploration video. The moment they stepped out of the car, aggressive barking echoed from somewhere deep inside the trees. It was the first warning sign.
Rijden hier gewoon, kijk ja, dat is toch eng? Creepy, pikken donker. Dit is wel spannend, ja. Wacht, kijk op. Echt, oh man. Dit is... Dat is een mechelaar of zo. Nee.
As they approached the entrance, they found a large fallen tree blocking the path. Scrawled across the trunk was an unsettling message. Private, this is a space of prayer. Please respect the space. Behind it, another sign stood, beware. Chiaz pointed out that none of these warnings existed the last time he visited. Despite their growing unease, the 3 stepped over the trunk and continued deeper into the forest.
Ja, hoor die hond, ja. Hier is de ingang, de poort.
Ja, dat staat echt duidelijk privaat op.
Privaat, dit is een plaats van gebed. Gelief onze ruimte respecteren, gebed. En daar staat op, pas op, waakhond.
Moments later, an eerie creaking sound echoed through the woods, like a heavy door slowly opening. Concerned they might be trespassing, they searched for another route, hoping to avoid restricted property. Instead, they found a second barrier, a tree wrapped in red and white caution tape, marked with a fresh sign reading, "No access. Private area under camera surveillance."
Hutje en er staat een fiets bij. Modder aan de voeten, we zijn iets verder gewandeld en dit blijkt, ola, ja, gewoon een wandelpad te zijn. Dus hier kunnen wij wandelen. Wat rijdt hier?
Auto's en autobanden.
Autobanden. Dit hier is afgezet. Ik ga toch eens kijken, want hier staat in de verte een bungalow. Maar hier hangt letterlijk een bord met verboden toegang, privaat en camerabewaking. Kijk eens aan. Oh manneke, dit is sketchy. Dus ja, hier gaat iemand wonen gewoon nog. Dat kan toch niet aan? Hoezo? Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè?
Curiosity won over caution. They climbed the barrier and pressed forward, unaware that danger was already closing in. Then, while pausing to adjust their lights, a woman dressed entirely in white suddenly emerged from the darkness, an axe gripped in her hand, her eyes locked onto them. She moved fast, too fast. Panic erupted. The friends ran blindly through the woods, certain they were about to be attacked.
Hallo. Hallo. Wat de Hey. Wat? Kom. Kom.
The woman, later detained by police, appeared to be in some sort of trance. Shaken and silent, the three friends drove home in disbelief. They escaped without physical harm.
Hey, weet je respect hebben voor de kleren, ja? Dat is geen respect hebben voor mij. Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Mevrouw? Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Dat gaan we niet doen. Nee, hey, gedaan. Nu is het gedaan, ja? Wacht eens. Deze collega, ik moet het laten zien. Kun je gewoon een beetje allemaal normaal? Maar nee, waarom moet je mij laten zitten? Zonder branden. Iemand weet heel erg mijn ogen af. En u had beloofd dat dat niet ging gebeuren. Dat is typisch.
Ik weet niet of ik nog wil rijden eigenlijk. Moet ik rijden? Ik tril. Ja, doe maar. Ja, maar maak het dat we bij hun mee zijn. Hè.
But the terror of that night and the sight of the axe-wielding woman in white remains burned into their memories. Some abandoned places are abandoned for a reason. But the next story pulls us out of the realm of eerie adventures and drops us into something far more grounded and far more horrifying. A tragedy hidden in the woods. A crime born not from the supernatural, but from the darkest corners of human nature. It begins with a single 911 call on a cold December morning. A panicked man, voice shaking, reports that his best friend is dead. He gives the officers a rough location, a remote area deep inside Lake Jackson Forest, a place known for makeshift homeless camps tucked away from public view. One officer, Azor, is dispatched to the scene, unaware that he's about to uncover something far more chilling than a simple, unattended death.
389, I'm 1012 with him. Just give me a minute. I'm 1012 with two of them. Head down and take a look. 361, if you want to come down, and 56, you leave your mess in the back. I'm headed down to the scene. We're going to go back that way, about 50 yards. Okay. 50 yards. I watched everything good. Yeah. Knife was laying on the ground. There's no blood on it. Did you touch the knife? I did pick up the knife. Okay. Well, we're going to need to get fingerprints from you, okay? No problem. I walked by the tarp, and you couldn't see James. Okay. And then Alan walked by the tarp and goes, "What's that?" And he picked the tarp up with a sticky gun in his hand, and James was laying there face down, and I dropped the knife and we left. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay? Just because... I understand. Well, the thing is, I'm not accusing you of anything, but you have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying? 100%.
When he arrives, the scene immediately freezes him in place. Wrapped in a tarp lies the body of James Layden Decker, naked, mangled, his skin marked with deep cuts, bruises, and trauma that make it clear this wasn't an accident. Blood stains the ground beneath him. It's a brutal scene, violent, deliberate, and deeply personal. Sensing danger, Officer Azor instructs the man who called 911 to leave the area while he continues searching the woods alone. But the silence doesn't last long. Faint noises echo through the trees, rustling, shifting, something moving just outside his line of sight.
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way. Hey, LT.
Suddenly, the realization hits him. Whoever did this could still be out here, watching. Backup arrives quickly, and that's when the investigation uncovers even more disturbing details.
All right, we got knife right here, body here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. We've also got one outstanding. There's two people who live in this camp.
And one's not here?
And one's outstanding at the moment.
Did you find the knife?
Yeah.
I got a knife right here.
No blood on it, huh?
Well, there's something right there, but hey, did you still got those two guys 10-12 up front?
Yeah, they're standing there waiting for us.
Good, because one that led me back touched the knife. So we need to get his prints and the statement off him. The other one touched the tarp. They found out what was going on and they took off. I checked the camp and he's the only one back here.
I got the name of the person that he was arguing with at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked and there's some clothes right there on the fire. It looks like, I mean, he was moved post-mortem. You can tell by the way he was dressed.
Oh, he's got his leaf in his ass crack.
Yeah. That's hollow down below, you see that?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Almost looks like the carbon ocean. Missing the one eye. You see that?
Nice.
Like this. Still gas. Still gas?
They had to cut that with a chainsaw, right? And it looks like
You still gas, right?
yeah.
Not far from James's body is a crude campsite littered with personal belongings, torn blankets, and blood. A clear indication that James was attacked and tortured right here in the woods. As medical staff arrive and examine the body more closely, they observe a brutal manner of death. Blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and something even more disturbing: gasoline. Found in James's lungs and stomach, detectives are left with a burning question. Why would a victim have gasoline inside him? However, this would be only one of the many disturbing details officers uncover at the scene. Witnesses quickly provide a name: Dusty McDonald, a volatile man who had been threatening others around the camp with a machete while screaming that he was looking for James. Hours later, Dusty is taken into custody.
I don't know if that's him, but there's somebody.
Sheriff Office, put a knife down, man. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out.
I don't have anything in my
Okay,
hands.
come on.
Please, I don't
Come on.
have anything in my hands.
Come on out.
I'm right here, sir.
Come on out.
Dude, I'm right here.
Dusty,
Okay. Dude, yeah.
turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Dude, the man just tried to light me on fire, dude. Y'all know what happened down there. That man tried to light me on fire, man. It's all on surveillance, dude.
Listen, Dusty, you try to do anything stupid, the dog's gonna bite you, understand?
I'm not even armed, dude. Look at here. I'm not armed at all, sir. Sir, man just left my house and man tried to me down there and light me on fire.
You know I'm an owl, right?
You're what?
You know I'm an owl, right?
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Golly.
Thank you. This
I'm
has been
gonna do that.
this has been a really hard day. Sir, I waived all rights a long time ago. You know, I still have a great sense of innocence within me if it ain't obvious to you this time. I'm just rushing and then he throws that gasoline on me because you saw how I was rolled up and down there. Dude, I thought I was just doing it for the other. You know what I mean? Because that was my intention. Everybody knows this. I then managed to hit that neo-UI and come out like that. I don't know how I do it sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, when I'm just experimenting in the house with blades, like before like when I took the butcher knives and then threw it in curved up, like that. I mean, I don't know how I do it, sir. I just know with my beautiful mind that it's a three-way. Yeah. You know, it's the photographic, the audiogenic intake, and then the loving intake. Yeah. You know, if y'all don't ever think I'm so amazed that I'm just like a god.
In the interrogation room, his behavior spirals rapidly. He mumbles incoherent claims, accusing James of trying to set him on fire, insisting he's being watched, even claiming he is an owl. His paranoia is overwhelming, his connection to reality fractured. But the investigators stay focused. They have a crime to solve.
Will I be able to go home? I'm going to figure that out. Yeah, because am I going to jail or we're going down to dance?
We're going to have to figure that kind of out because you know how this thing kind of goes from here.
I guess.
I'm going to come talk to you about it in just a little bit.
Piece by piece, the truth becomes undeniable. Witness testimonies, forensic evidence, Dusty's violent history, and finally, the autopsy. Broken ribs, shattered teeth, bruising across the body, and gasoline found in James's system. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't self-defense. It was torture. Dusty McDonald is officially charged with first-degree murder. And although the forest is quiet now, the memory of what happened in that hidden camp remains, a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying things lurking in the woods are human. After the serenity of those mountains, we shift into something far darker, an exploration where silence itself feels hostile. Chris, the creator behind Hill, has spent years plunging into abandoned sites, remote landscapes, and mysterious ruins. But nothing he had explored before compared to what he would find hidden deep in a forest, a network of tunnels no one seemed to know about. What started as simple curiosity slowly unraveled into a journey where the boundary between reality and the unexplainable became disturbingly thin.
Today, I'm taking on one of the most dangerous explorations I've ever attempted. Over the course of one whole day, I traversed more than 10 miles in a confusing and seemingly endless tunnel system hidden deep within the forest.
From the moment Chris stepped inside the first tunnel, the air changed. The temperature dropped, the walls dripped with moisture, and the silence was unnervingly dense, so complete that even his own footsteps sounded out of place. As he walked deeper, the feeling of being watched crept in slowly, like a pressure building in the back of his mind. At first, he brushed it off as natural nerves. After all, wandering into underground tunnels alone at night would make anyone uneasy. But the deeper he moved, the wrongness of the place became impossible to ignore.
First time doing something like this. As you can see, the further you go down, the less graffiti you see. I wonder if anybody else does this kind of stuff all alone. I'm gonna have to check YouTube after this, just to see. It's getting quieter now. This graffiti must be really old.
At one point, as he scanned the darkness ahead, something flickered at the edge of his vision. Two shapes, faint, pale figures, appeared for just a moment before vanishing behind a corner. Chris froze, heart pounding, convinced he had imagined it, but the heavy sensation of being watched didn't fade. If anything, it intensified. Still, he pressed forward, unaware that his camera had clearly captured what he had just seen, proof he wouldn't discover until hours later. For more than 30 minutes, Chris ventured deeper into the maze-like tunnels. The deeper sections grew louder with the echo of rushing water, and soon the ground became slick, forcing him to tread carefully.
Initially, after hearing the stories online of people seeing creatures within tunnels, I figured the stories were a little embellished. But the deeper I traversed inside these tunnels, I stumbled across a creature that is worse than anything I could have imagined. As the floodwaters in the tunnels rose, it began to get rather difficult to continue walking due to the loss of traction. I feel like now is a good time to tell you that this exploration was extremely difficult, with all the rushing water coming towards me, and the air being so foggy, moist, and dense, making it difficult to see and breathe. This exploration was extremely dangerous. Because of all the noise from the rushing water, I had to lower the audio, making it hard to hear anything I was saying at the time.
When he reached a fork and the sound of water roared even louder, instinct told him it was time to turn back. Slipping here would mean disappearing into the darkness with no way to call for help. But the strange occurrences weren't over. On his way back, soft echoes followed him, almost like footsteps mirroring his own. Shadows shifted where nothing should have been. Every step became a battle against the rising panic clawing at him.
What the f***? Did y'all hear that? Sounded like somebody screamed.
Finally, after what felt like an eternity, a faint glow appeared at the far end of the tunnels. Night had already fallen outside, the air colder and heavier.
Yes. Outside, at last. Finally made it out there.
Chris exhaled in pure relief as he stepped out, but even the forest's silence felt unsettling after everything he'd experienced. He hadn't imagined the figures. They were there, real, pale, watching. What they were remains a mystery. But one thing is certain. Chris has no intention of ever returning to a tunnel system like that again. Would you? The terror of that unexplainable looping road leads us to a quiet hill, one where the calm of nature hides something that moves silently through the night. Kev is the kind of person who thrives in solitude. His channel is all about wild camping, stealth camping, and setting up a tent in remote places where most people would never think to spend the night. Normally, his trips are peaceful and uneventful, but on this particular outing, something felt off from the moment he arrived. He chose a hill rumored to be haunted, a place with whispered stories and strange sightings. As always, his dog Cow accompanied him. The hike up was steady, the air crisp, the grass shifting gently with the wind. Everything felt calm in the kind of way that almost warns you the quiet won't last.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Kev's Outdoor Adventures. Today, we're at Mardale in Penrith. I've got Chow with us. There's a car up there. So just parked there. We're going to head up Haunted Hill. We've been here before, last year. I didn't get a video of it. So this time, I'm going to do a video and let you see the area where we are. Up this side, Chow. Here, up here. Chow. Wants to wander off. There it is, guys. Old Corpse Road. Come on up here. So we're going to head up here. I'll bring us back, but we'll get so far up to north a bit.
When Kev reached a small clearing, he set up camp. The location felt open and safe enough. He cooked a couple of burgers, ate beside Cow, and prepared to settle in. For a while, it seemed like a typical peaceful night.
Right guys, I'll show you our setup for tonight. Got myself a new sleeping bag today. The 3 season, got a new air mat. Still got the old tinfoil mat. The sleeping bag I got is a Van Gogh Ultralight Pro 200. Got that for me tonight. I've give Chow my old OEX one for tonight because it gets cold, so you can get yourself wrapped up in that. And as for food, we've got some squashed burgers. 2 for me and 2 for Chow.
Then he noticed faint lights in the distance, small flickers low on the horizon. They didn't seem threatening, just odd. Too far away to matter, he figured. Maybe a farmhouse, maybe hikers. Nothing that would reach him this high up.
I've had nothing creepy yet, heard nothing yet. There's some people down there though. The light keep popping up on the woods. Actually, it's there now. I'll turn this light off. And I'll see if I can get it up. There it is. There's people in the woods down there as well. And you see, I went to go there one time before. Couldn't get. There was lads there, so didn't bother. I went somewhere else in the woods. See, they're all the way down there. I'm up here. They'll see my light, but they wouldn't walk up here. It's too far. All the way around and then back up again.
But hours later, the atmosphere shifted. Kev woke to noises right outside the tent. At first, he assumed it was the wind brushing through the grass. But the more he listened, the clearer it became. These sounds were rhythmic, slow, deliberate, as if something was circling the tent in cautious steps. He held still, listening.
Sounds like something's outside. Walking about. I know it's windy, but
if it was an animal, stepping out could be dangerous. But the alternative, a person, felt much worse. The footsteps never revealed themselves. No shadows, no voices, just the steady movement in the dark.
Right guys, I'm going to turn this light off. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I know it's windy, but just sorry those footsteps outside as well. Can't hear it now, like, but knowing you feel like people walking around in long grass, makes it a rustling sound. That's what it was like. But I'm going to turn this light off. I want to try and get some sleep.
Maybe it was the wind, or maybe the stories about the hill weren't stories at all. What do you think was waiting just outside his tent? A Four Woodland is a place soaked in folklore. Stories of wandering voices, sudden cold spots, drifting lights, and that unmistakable sensation of being watched. It's the kind of forest where silence feels alive. And on this night, the host of Black Country Ghost Hunters stepped into that darkness alone, equipped with only a K2 meter, motion lights, and a spirit box to guide him.
Welcome back everybody to Black Country Ghost Hunters. We're at a location today called Uffmore Woodland, which has gained a reputation for supernatural activity. Many strange things have been spotted by locals, various other people which I've spoken to. I'm actually going to wait until 8:30 p.m. where it goes much more darker. But until then, I'm going to relax and sip my coffee.
As he pushed deeper into the woods, the atmosphere grew heavier. The motion lights began triggering at random, glowing bright, flaring up, then fading out again. At first they appeared far away, but each time they returned, they seemed closer. Yet every time he scanned the area with his flashlight, there was nothing. No footsteps, no movement, just stillness.
We are going to walk around Uffmore Woodland, going various places. Grabbing my K2 meter. Let's go. Creepy part, we heard noises, great K2 responses, again strange words. Hello? Walking down sounded like very faint mumbling. If any spirit is still present with us, can you please make yourself known?
Bradley.
Bradley? Who's Bradley?
You're
Yeah, strange noises again. Heard something straight in front.
Then, a scream. A distant, unmistakably human scream sliced through the night, echoing between the trees. Everything went still. Even the equipment stopped. For a moment, the forest seemed to hold its breath.
I heard. Let me replay. Okay. Gone absolutely creepy. Look.
Shaken but determined, the team followed a narrow path and soon reached the ruins of an old church and graveyard. The area was completely empty, no vehicles, no signs that anyone else was anywhere nearby. But the activity only escalated from here. One investigator swore something sprinted past him.
I know you're over there. Can you bang? Shh, shh, shh. Swear I've just seen something run. Hello? Might be deers or foxes, don't know. Whew. Absolutely shook me up.
The K2 meter spiked violently. The spirit box churned out distorted, fragmented voices. The feeling of being watched settled so deeply, it became almost unbearable.
Make yourself known further. Please help. Please help. Please help, yeah? I think so. Help with what? Whoa. Sit back down, sit back down. This is what me and my mum heard. No, we should go. No, stay. We'll carry on for 5. Who did we hear screaming? Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, stay where we are, stay where we are. That's great paranormal. What the f***? What's going rigged? What?
Eventually, their nerves worn thin, the team decided it was time to leave. But even as they packed up, the lights continued flickering between the trees, as if something was watching them go. K2 spikes, whispered phrases, wandering lights, a scream in the dark, all captured on camera, yet no explanation.
I think we need to grab, one of us go and grab a bit of equipment, gather it all up, and then we go, and then we get ready to go. We've got to go through the church, our man, as well. Yeah, no cars are parked. Yeah, nobody around. No cars parked. You tell me where those noises were coming from. Look.
Oh, this is a graveyard.
Yep.
Oh,
That
hell
makes it
no.
even more creepy.
Hell no.
Really great paranormal activity. Drop below what you think. Absolutely bizarre.
Which moment unsettled you the most? The lights, the whispers, or that scream? From mountains to forests, tunnels to lonely back roads, these campers learned that the world still holds mysteries we can't explain. Whatever you believe, one thing is certain: some encounters stay with you long after the night ends.